All right, it looks like I'm actually live. I've had this channel for 4 years and I've never done a live stream, but today I'm actually going to do one. I've got a quick channel update for you, and basically that starts with me explaining why there have been some double uploads. Some videos that I've uploaded in the past have been uploaded again recently, and there's a specific reason why. Um, Basically, I went through a quality check. I figured that I needed to recheck the editing, recheck the formatting, and recheck the public speaking that's taking place on all of my videos. I figured that that was necessary because I took a look at some of my videos from the past and realized, wow, that's bad public speaking, or wow, that's just too many colors all over the place. Not only that, but it also gives me a chance to review for reversal quality. Overall, I'm very happy with how I've grown ability-wise to hear things accurately. However, all of us make mistakes. No matter how good we think we are, we're all going to make mistakes. And going through each of my prior videos one by one to make sure that they all meet the utmost quality is also a goal. So those three things really need to be gone through video by video. And the trouble is, so far as I've done that, I have accidentally neglected to check the box to push the notification to make this one of my most recent uploads again. So those videos that all old viewers have seen in the past, you probably don't want them thrown at you again as though they're new videos. So I didn't realize what I was doing. My bad. That was just ignorance on my part. I'm not really sure how to manage everything on YouTube yet. Like I said, I've owned this channel for about 4 years. Well, I've done reverse speech on it for 4 years. The channel itself might actually be older and might have been sitting around for quite a while with nothing on it. But eventually I changed the name of it to Exploring Reverse Speech. And yeah, I started uploading reverse speech videos before I'd even taken the classes. So let's see, what else do I have to go over? I'm going to bring a lip reading expert onto the channel because there's some debate in the reverse speech community. How much lip reading accuracy is there in reversals? In other words, for each real reversal that you find with a real message from the mind, how much of that reversal will the lips match for, and does lip reading have anything to do with whether or not a reversal is valid? I'm thinking of putting that to the test by having a professional lip reader on the channel, maybe inviting them to a Zoom meeting, recording that Zoom meeting, having them go over 10 to 20 of the most famous reversals known. Maybe really famous reversals found by David Oates would be a good idea because they're well established and hard to argue with the validity of. So that's the goal, is to have a lip reader find reversals that are considered established and real by everyone for a long time. And in doing that, we can see how much the lips match or don't match for each reversal. So it's a pretty simple experiment. And it should be somewhat easy to work out whether or not there's an actual connection with that or not. Now, my personal bias and opinion is that there's no actual connection between lip reading and reverse speech. Some people feel differently, and even though, of course, we're all convinced that we're right, I have to admit I could be wrong about that. I mean, I think that lip reading has nothing to do with whether or not a reversal is valid, and I think I've found an abundance of evidence for that myself. Um, but that still doesn't really compare to what someone who really knows the subject could say. So, for example, I think that I'm a decent novice at it because I've watched a lot of NFL football with the volume off, listening to YouTube in the background as I watch the game. And as the referee gives the jersey number for whoever got the penalty, I've usually been able after time to get that right. So I think I've got somewhat of a foothold in telling what is valid and what is not valid lip reading, although it's just a little bit of a toehold. So that's why I think it would be a great idea to have an actual professional. Um, Now, let's say, for example, I invite that professional onto the channel and they find that there isn't any connection in their experience with those examples. That could be the start of a broader conversation. It wouldn't necessarily be, quote, the answer, but it could be an indication of what the answer would be, meaning it might be the start of a further debate where more people start interviewing lip readers and getting a bunch of different opinions from a bunch of different lip readers. Then maybe we as the reverse speech community could come to some sort of a solid collective understanding on the subject. So anyway, I'm going to keep this video brief. I don't know anything about live streaming. I think I had more to say, but what do you know? You know, the bright lights go on, my brain turns to mush, and that's all I got for you right now. So that's it. Now I just got to figure out how to turn this darn thing off. How do I stop a live stream? Maybe I should have looked that up before starting it. Let's see here. Oh, end stream. There's a big button called end stream. Who knew? Anyway, have a great day, people.